Hey guys, something sad happens to us through life and we lose the ability to dream. You know, as growing up, we all had that dream, whether it's a perfect marriage, white picket fence and all of that, or perfect job, or for some reason we lose the ability to dream. And it's just what happens. It's kind of almost part of being an adult as far as society is concerned. But I just want to say that I don't think that's true. I think we just need to exercise our right to dream. And I have kind of come up with some thoughts that would help you dream. And think of something you would like to do. You know, I couldn't tell you what to dream, but you'd have to dig within your heart the way God has wired you, and think of something. Go back and revisit your past. A dream that you've wanted to dream for years and never could fulfill, and find a way to fulfill that dream. The 7 steps that I come up with is almost from a story many years ago. Many years ago, I lived in Grenada, Mississippi, and my best friend at the time, Rob McCurdy, he rode up on half of a bicycle, and I thought, well, ain't that neat? He rode up on a unicycle, and I thought, wow, I want a unicycle. I had decided to ride a unicycle. Well, let me tell you something. It takes more than just deciding to ride a unicycle. It took some persistence now. But once I saw him ride it, in fact, if memory serves me correctly, he had made a bet with his dad for $10, and at that time that was a lot of money. Made a bet with his dad for $10 that he could learn to ride that in one day, and his dad had to pay up on it. He had learned to ride it one Saturday, and anyway, he rode it to where I lived, and I saw him, and I was like, wow, I want one. So through networking, I got Santa Claus to bring it to me for Christmas. So networking powered worked then just like it does now, and I made a commitment. I made a commitment to learn to ride the thing, and so I started to ride it or try, and we lived at the Grenada airport. And anything I could grab hold to and hold on to, I did. And I tried and I tried and I tried. And I got help. And, you know, it was just, I couldn't get it. It was so hard. It was so hard. I finally quit. And I didn't try to do it for another month. I skipped all of February. I tried January, the whole month of January, and didn't try it all in February, and I got sick and tired of it laying there collecting dust, and I really wanted to ride it, so I went back to it. I decided to ride it. I really made the commitment at this point in time. I started, I got help, and I got on it, and instead of when you start to do anything worth doing, you got to put your best foot forward and compensate slowly, especially when you're traveling in unnavigated waters. When you don't know what you're doing, you need to compensate things real slowly so you don't do nothing stupid. And when you're trying to ride a unicycle, you don't want to compensate fast because you will fall off. And once I developed that core, that center of balance that I felt, once I felt that center of balance inside of me, it's like water skiing, anything, roller skating. Once you feel that center of balance, you know what you're looking for, you have to exercise that core balance. And so I exercised it. And last but not least, I persisted. I would not take no for an answer. And excuse me. See, life happens even when you're doing a video blog. And so, anyway, and once you've exercised the muscle long enough, it's in you. It's just like riding a bicycle. Most everybody that could at once ride a bicycle can hop on a bicycle now and take off. Swimming, once you learn it, it's there. And so, anyway, the 7 steps, I guess we'll say, 7 ideas, 7 thoughts that I've got is to decide. You've got to decide. And then you got to commit. Then you got to start. You know, a lot of people, they'll decide and they'll commit and they never start. And so you have to start. And when you start, don't be afraid to get help. If you're trying to start a new business or have a successful marriage or whatever it is, there's no shame in raising your hand and saying, hey, teacher, I need help. And once you get the appropriate help, then you can go a lot further than if you didn't. So, you want to decide, you want to commit, you want to start, you want to get help, compensate slowly, because you're really not sure what you're doing. Compensate slowly, exercise that that core balance, that whether it's, again, business, marriage, any relationship, once you feel that, you got to put a good balance in it, and then persist. Don't give up. Persist. Don't let nothing stop you. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And if it's worth doing right, it's worth doing. Persist. That exercising the muscle and being persistent are probably the 2 most important things I can tell you. And then, you know, after you've done all this, you should live the dream, just like I'm about to show you. Live your dream. Persist. Don't quit. Have a good one. So what is that thing that you're after, in your pursuit for? When you get that, let me encourage you, don't settle for that. If you have something good, it can always be better. Have a good one.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around.